In a matter of moments, we had emerged on the beach. The sun had just risen behind the island and lit up the ocean and surrounding islands. From water level, the effect was magical. As we proceeded along the beach, I could see other docos through the foliage, nestled among flowering bushes. On the beach, the inhabitants of these dwellings bathed in transparent waters or strolled together on the sand. Apparently surprised to see our flying platform, they followed our progress as we passed. It occurred to me that this was not the usual means of transport on the island. I should mention too, although swimmers and sunbathers are always completely naked on Thiaoouba, those who stroll or move any significant distance, always dress to do so. On this planet, there is neither hypocrisy, exhibitionism nor false modesty. This will be explained later. It was not long before we reached the end of the island and accelerating, Thiaou guided the vehicle at water level. We headed in the direction of a large island, which could be seen on the horizon. I could not help but admire the dexterity with which Thiaou piloted the flying machine, especially when we arrived at the shore of the island. Approaching the coast, I could recognize enormous docos, their points as usual towards the sky. I counted a group of 9, but the island was sprinkled with others, smaller and less visible amongst the vegetation. Thiaou took us higher, and we were soon flying over what Thiaou called Aura Doj Doko, the city of the 9 docos. Skillfully, Thiaou brought us down between the docos, to a beautiful park located in their midst. In spite of my mask, I was aware that the golden mist that enveloped Thiaoouba was much denser around these docos than elsewhere. Thiaou confirmed I was not mistaken in my perception, but she was not then able to explain the phenomenon, as they were waiting for us. She led me beneath an archway of greenery and along a path, which ran beside small ponds. Here wonderful water birds frolicked, and little waterfalls murmured. I found myself almost running to keep up with Thiaou, but didn't like to ask her to slow down. She appeared preoccupied in a way that was not typical of her. At one point, there was almost a catastrophe when I tried to jump, as much to amuse myself as to catch up with Thiaou. Due to the difference in gravity, I misjudged my leap and had to catch hold of a tree, which grew right on the water's edge, to prevent myself from falling in. Eventually, we reached the central doko and stopped below the entrance light. Thiaou seemed to concentrate for several seconds, then she took me by the shoulder and we passed through the wall.